Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 11 in the NFL is here, and last week I did a dismal 3-4 overall. Last week I was 2-2 in my video picks. I was number 1, and when I told you to pick Minnesota to cover, they covered. Number 2, Chargers to cover, they covered. But the third and fourth pick was Pittsburgh. They didn't cover. They almost didn't win. And then Dallas is the underdog. Take the points on that one, and that didn't cover. I went 1-1 on my Twitter, and in my SBR pick, I lost that as well. As I told you, pick Giants to beat San Francisco, and San Francisco got their first win. Congratulations, 49ers. This week is a little bit difficult. There's a bunch of games with zero offense, so stay away from these games just as a handicapper, just letting you know ahead of time. Stay away from these 4 games, which all 8 teams have no offense. You got and all of them are 2.5 points or less. So it's pretty much a coin flip on any of these games. The games I'm talking about: Tampa Bay at Miami, a 2.5 point spread. Baltimore at Green Bay, a 2-point spread. Arizona at Houston, a 2-point spread. And the last one, Cincinnati at Denver, a 2.5 point spread. 8 teams, no offense. Good luck. So let's get these picks rolling. My fourth pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Minnesota. The Rams are a 2.5 point underdog. And then the last 6 meetings, the Rams have won it 5 times in Minnesota. Last game was in overtime where the Rams did win. The Rams have the number 1 offense and the number 4 defense. Great team. They look pretty hot. Whereas the Minnesota Vikings are the 10th ranked offense and the number 5 defense. Should be a great game. Take the points. You know, Mike Zimmer hasn't said who's going to start next week yet. He's going to release that information on Wednesday. Whether it's Case Keenum or Teddy Bridgewater. Most people say he's just going to stay with the hot hand. Why take the chance of Bridgewater getting injured again, where Case Keenum's doing great? I expect Case Keenum to play, but you never know. They'll announce it on Wednesday. The Rams are 5-1 ATS in the last 6. And 3-1 ATS on the last 4 games on the road. So I'm telling you to pick the Los Angeles Rams plus 2.5. My third pick of the week, we got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the New York Giants. The Kansas City Chiefs are a 10-point favorite. The Kansas City are 11-5 ATS in the last 16. Kansas City has 9-2 ATS on the road, whereas the New York Giants are 29th ranked offense and the 28th ranked defense. So they're pretty bad. But this spread started at 12.5. You're like, why is it down to 10? It's sinking down. Why is that? A lot of people are saying they're jumping on the Giants for whatever reason. Why? Because the Kansas City Chiefs have never won against the G-Men in New York. They are 0-6 in New York. But I expect to break this trend as the Giants are really bad this year. So take Kansas City minus 10. My second pick of the week, we got Jacksonville traveling to Cleveland. Jacksonville is a 7.5 point favorite and has the number 1 defense. Hey, does anybody ever remember that 2001 Bottlegate where the refs made a horrible decision, where the Cleveland had a chance to make the playoff, and then everybody in the stands started throwing bottles at the referee, and then they ended up calling the game. That's why you don't see bottles in the NFL games anymore, for that reason. But anyway, Jacksonville's on an odd week. That means they're going to cover the spread. Pretty much. That's why I've been every week I've been winning Jacksonville. Odd, even, odd, even. And I got it last week too. Jacksonville is 8-4 ATS in the last 12. 6-1 ATS on the road. Jacksonville is 4-2 ATS versus Cleveland. And Cleveland is 1-7 ATS in the last 8. And 4-15-1 ATS at home. Horrible record. So this week I'm telling you to pick Jacksonville -7.5. And my #1 pick of the week, we got the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders traveling to Mexico. This is the second year that Oakland has traveled to Mexico. Last year they did win 27-20 against Houston. But here the New England Patriots are favored by 6.5. New England is 4-0 in the last 4 games against Oakland, and they won by 7, 12, 23, and 10. So they covered that 6.5 points all 4 games. Now everybody's suspecting, hey, New England's defense, yeah, they're getting better. They were like 30th ranked. Now they're ranked 14th. Their offense is ranked 4th. And Oakland just simply gone down. They're struggling. They struggled against Miami. They were winning that game, almost ended up losing. Oakland has some problems. Their defense is as worse than actually New England's. So I'm taking New England -6.5. Alright, that wraps it up for week 11 in the NFL. I've been pretty hot on these teasers. I think I only lost 1 teaser since I've been doing this. Last week, again, I hit on the 3-team teaser. This week, I'm telling you to pick pretty much my picks this week. I got Kansas City -3.5, the LA Rams +9, and the Jacksonville Jaguars -1.5. Now, these are 6.5 point teasers. You can mark them up as much as you want. But 6.5 seems to pay just this much more money. Yeah. And if you need a sports book, check out Bovada. 100% bonus if you're a new member. I got the link below. Use me as a reference. You win, we all win. Hey, it's free money. And you get the best spreads as well, especially betting on the dogs. And if you need to see more videos, more prognosticators, all the links are below. All my friends, check us out on our Facebook page. I will see you next week. Peace.